Here's the analysis result for the guy you filled out the survey for. The result? C minus. This guy is below par. He has some issues to watch out for. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He will mostly talk big and paint grand pictures of his future, but when it comes to doing the real work, he tends to lag behind. He likes being seen as smart and creative, but often skips the effort and discipline that success really needs. It's likely that he'll keep switching paths or making excuses instead of sticking to one thing and climbing up steadily.
Can he bounce back from failure?
He doesn't fall apart easily or get lost in a panic when things go wrong. If there's a setback, you'll see him stick to his opinion and push through with his own ideas, not sulk or draw back. He might not show much emotion, but also won't dwell on failure.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
People at work may find him hard to like and often tough to get along with. He has strong opinions and insists on doing things his way, which can easily lead to arguments or people feeling upset. You might hear stories about heated debates or co workers keeping their distance.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you succeed in your own career, he's unlikely to feel proud or truly happy for you. Instead, he may feel insecure or even challenged by your achievements. Sometimes he might react with harsh words or act distant rather than celebrate with you.
What if you start earning more than him?
If you earn more than him, it's likely that he'll resent you or feel uneasy about it. He wants to be the one in charge, so your bigger paycheck could bruise his ego. Deep down, he'll struggle with jealousy and won't say it outright, but his actions will show he's not comfortable with your success.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He's not very careful with money and might spend without much thought or planning. You may notice him buying things that catch his eye or starting expensive hobbies, but not really setting a budget or saving for the future. He lives more for today than tomorrow and might not see the problem until it's too late.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He's likely to pretend he's richer than he really is. You might see him showing off with flashy things or talking big about his lifestyle, even if his bank balance doesn't match up. It's wise to pay attention because what you see may not always be the whole truth.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He isn't very open handed or kind, either with money or with how he treats people. You'll find that he keeps things close and may not offer much help or warmth when someone is in need. He's not the type to give easily or show simple acts of kindness.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He's likely to be secretive and a bit controlling when it comes to money. You may notice he doesn't talk openly about income, expenses, or savings, and sometimes keeps things hidden or refuses to let you know the full story. This lack of transparency can create trust issues and leave you feeling out of the loop.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He is likely to think housework is mostly your job, not something to be shared equally. He values his opinion strongly and isn't naturally thoughtful about others' needs, so he won't easily step in to help or see chores as a shared responsibility. If you expect him to join in or divide tasks fairly, you may feel disappointed and overloaded.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He's not likely to roll up his sleeves and do chores or change diapers himself. Instead, he'll probably stand by and supervise you, giving advice or telling you how it should be done without actually helping much. You might find him critiquing your way of doing things, but rarely doing the hard or messy work.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He mostly argues to prove he's right, rather than trying to understand your side. When you share your feelings or thoughts, he is quick to jump in and defend his own ideas, often ignoring what you're actually saying. If you want understanding and teamwork, this can make you feel left out and defeated.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he can say hurtful things and may act aggressive, though he doesn't do it by shouting or losing control. Instead, he's likely to use sharp words, sarcasm, or cold comments to make his point, which can sting and leave you feeling small. Be prepared to deal with stubbornness and little softness if things get heated.
Does he have a bad temper?
He doesn't get angry very quickly. He stays mostly calm and doesn't lose his temper in a flash. However, when he does get upset, he can be harsh or unkind instead of openly emotional. Be careful not to ignore how cold or cutting he can be, as this can wear you down over time.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He finds it very hard to say sorry or take responsibility for his mistakes. More often, he'll blame you or make excuses instead of admitting when he's wrong. You might wait a long time for a true apology and may not hear one at all.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He may not always respect your boundaries, and no doesn't always mean no to him. He's often focused on getting his way and can be pushy or ignore what you want if it clashes with his plans. This can make you feel unsafe or unheard at times.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, he's likely to take it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. Instead of understanding or being patient, he might act distant, give you cold replies, or try to make you feel guilty. You could find yourself facing pressure or stubborn arguments instead of gentle support.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
You might find it risky to trust him with private moments as he doesn't always handle them with gentle care. If you ever disagree or have a fight, he could use things you shared to make a point or embarrass you. He values winning arguments more than protecting your feelings, so personal topics may sometimes come up in ways that hurt.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is not naturally warm or deeply attached, so he may be easily distracted by other women. His focus tends to be on his own interests and satisfaction, which means he might not think twice about looking elsewhere if something catches his eye. Trust and open hearted connection might be hard to build with him.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
He isn't likely to be over possessive or always jealous. Instead, he's more focused on himself and what he wants, not on keeping a close eye on you or worrying about what you do. So don't expect him to act possessive, but don't expect deep emotional attention either.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
No, his protective nature isn't very strong. Instead, what may seem like care is actually more about wanting things his way and insisting on being right. He's not the type to fuss over your safety or well being out of love. Any rules or advice he gives are mostly about control and having authority. So don't mistake his firm attitude for warmth. He's focused on control, not real protection.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He is likely to expect you to do most of the parenting work, not see it as a team effort. He might offer strong opinions on how things should be done, but leave the day to day care, teaching, and nurturing to you. Don't expect him to share chores, emotional support, or even playtime with the kids. It will mostly fall on your shoulders.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he will stay mostly calm and won't explode in anger. Instead, he'll keep a steady voice but may use harsh words or sharp comments that sting. While you won't see big outbursts, the kids could feel hurt by his tough attitude and lack of warmth.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He's unlikely to truly support your role as both a mother and your own person. He mostly focuses on what suits him and expects you to manage the home and kids without much help or appreciation. Instead, he may act distant or dismiss your achievements, seeing your main job as taking care of the family.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later after kids and marriage change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
Yes, he is the kind of man who might seem supportive of your career at first, but later expect you to quit once you have a child. In the beginning, he may let you do what you want, but his true belief is that you should handle family duties. Once the baby arrives, he's likely to push you towards staying home and taking on most chores, showing less support for your professional dreams.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He's more likely to act polite on the surface rather than show real warmth to your parents. You will see him follow basic manners when they are around, but genuine care, gentleness, or deep respect won't come easily to him. His attitude is formal and distant, and he may not go out of his way to build a close bond with them. He will expect your family to adjust to him rather than making an effort to fit in or understand their ways.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he will likely handle things with a calm voice, but his attitude can make things worse. He won't shout or lose control, but he's likely to respond with blunt comments, criticize, or push for his own way without caring about anyone's feelings. Instead of quiet compromise or gentle handling, you might find the tension growing and relationships getting strained.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you, but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, he is likely to act modern with you when you're alone, but expect you to be a traditional, supportive wife in front of his relatives. At home, he may give you freedom and seem open minded, but when family gatherings or important events come, he'll want you to follow strict customs and behave as per their traditional rules. This difference in private and public expectations can lead to hurt and feeling misunderstood.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he is most likely to stay out of it or quietly side with them instead of supporting you. He doesn't naturally step in or fight for your feelings when family issues arise. His main focus will be keeping things as he prefers, even if that means letting you handle stress alone or agreeing with his relatives.
Say you have a conflict with his mother, what will this guy do?
He has strong opinions and likes things done his way, but he isn't very warm or supportive when it comes to family conflicts. While he might not be completely tied to his mother's wishes, he is not likely to choose your side openly in a conflict. Instead, he will probably stay distant, avoid taking a clear stand, or expect you to adapt and handle the situation.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
Yes, he might share details of your fights or private life with his mother or sister, especially if it helps him feel heard or supported. This can break your trust and make you feel exposed, since personal matters that should stay between you both could end up being discussed outside. Instead of solving problems together, you may find outside opinions interfering, leading to more arguments and misunderstandings.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
So, after all that analysis, we can conclude that this guy is a C minus. This guy is below par and he has some serious issues to watch out for. Being in a relationship with him day in and day out can feel lonely and tiring. You may end up doing most of the work at home, handling kids and chores with little support.